Yo, what is going on YouTube? Radar25 back again. Another video, special video here. Back again with Michael, Club Guy Mike, Fuentemania, my brother.
Mania marks, Wrestlemania season is upon us. Day one.
We're dropping this video right now. Wrestlemania just finished. We're dropping this video. It's not going to be a takeaway video because it's a special. It's a big show. We're just going to go over each match, especially that last one, which you know,
it's the classic.
It's the classic right there. But we're going to go over it. And that's going to be the video for today, and we'll do one for day 2 tomorrow night, right after the show. So, like I said, WrestleMania just finished. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to remind you guys to drop a like on this video. Tomorrow's night's video, and the earlier video for SmackDown, the earlier video for NXT that happened on Wednesday, and all that stuff, AEW, and then Monday Night Raw. Drop likes on all these videos, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you guys aren't missing nothing that I'm dropping. Wrestling takeaway videos, all this WrestleMania stuff, and all that good stuff. So, guys, without further ado, let's jump into the video. We're going to go over day 1 of WrestleMania at the Performance Center.
The showcase of the Immortals.
All right, guys, the first match of the night was the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross for the women's tag team titles. Good, solid match. I like the Kabuki Warriors in ring style. Very, very hard-hitting style, tough, hard-hitting style. It was real. They controlled most of the match. Alexa Bliss was taking a beating for the most of the match, and so she got the hot tag for Nikki Cross to come in. Nikki Cross is like kind of like that wild woman shit. She's
like it. She's fun. She's fun. She's like she comes over super hype. She likes Michael Cole for some reason.
Yeah.
She adds some energy to a crowdless match. So it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. But they did things that would normally get the crowd kind of fired up and stuff like that. So it hurts the fact. And then so the match ends. Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross win the tag team titles. Now title changes on a no audience thing kind of hurts it. Yeah, because you need that pop when the title
feeling,
switch.
The excitement, the 1, 2, 3, the whole crowd is either booing or excited.
And then you can't really work for the hot tag because the hot tag is feeding off the crowd. You're feeding off the crowd.
It doesn't work.
So they're cut. So the Kabuki Warriors for the most part cut off half of the ring and held Alexa Bliss down.
Which was smart.
Yeah, especially Asuka. Really beating her, and obviously made the hot tag Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, turned the tables. It was basically a lot of Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss taking a beating and not giving up, kicking out of everything. A lot of they did they broke up moves with Kairi Sane hitting the elbow on top of Asuka, who's on top of
which was
of Nikki Cross, and then vice versa. Alexa Bliss is the moment. Her move, Moment of Bliss, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's called Moment of Bliss.
Yeah, something like that.
We don't have facts here, right?
Yeah, she does her move on top of Asuka, who's on top of Nikki Cross, so did a lot of that stuff.
That felt a little choppy. Like, that must have been edited.
I think it was. Yeah, I think some parts were edited.
It was like the last, it was just boom, boom, boom. The camera was weird.
It's pre-recorded, so they have the option of being like, and with no fans, they can stop it. But like, okay, guys, let's stop. Let's redo that spot. Let's get a better angle and shit like that.
Like the ending of that match, all that crazy back and forth thing, that definitely felt like it was edited. That was weird.
But like other than the match, I did like the set. I liked how they added a little LED walkway and stuff like that, and that big sign that will come into play later behind the announce table, which is cool. Guys, but it was a good opener match. Obviously no crowd hurts, but it was a good opener match. Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, first ever 2-time women's tag team champions. They get the title back. Hopefully they start to build the division after this. Yeah. Hopefully. That's what we're all hoping for. But that was the first match, guys.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a good first match to start off the show. next match, which I wasn't really a fan of, but it was King Corbin coming out.
Oh, man, this thing
it's King Corbin and Elias. King Corbin comes out. He talks about how he basically killed Elias and how Elias wasn't going to be able to compete, so he's going to ask the referee to call the match. But before he does, here comes Elias, looking normal, no bandages, no nothing.
No, looking like he was had no effect at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't like the 95 Halloween Havoc where the giant falls off the side of a building and then comes back
later in the night. So at least he had a little bit more time to recover.
So
we're talking about the giant compared to Elias, total big difference. But this match, nobody's excited for it, and these two guys together, they need guys. They need to be in different matches where guys can really make them shine a little bit better. Yeah.
This match could have been really one of the worst things ever, just because there was no crowd, there was no build up to this match that anybody cared, and it's two guys that aren't great. by themselves without a good dancing partner.
Yeah.
But they actually did okay. It was not awful. It was bad, but not like, you know, it could have been so much worse with all the factors that like against them. So
no, I mean, like
King
Corbin is really good at making people not like him. So in his role, he's really good. I don't have a problem with King Corbin. I think he's fine. Elias, I don't think he's a babyface. I think his gimmick is for a heel because he could easily just shit on every town he goes to with every song he plays, which he did before, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like because people were chanting along with some of his stuff, like what WWE stands for, they decided to turn him into a babyface. But it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, that guy's a heel. That gimmick's a heel. Unless he's a super cool rock star or like a super cool rapper, that's the only way he can really pull it off as babyface. But for his music that he sings, or that he's singing, whatever, the tunes that he plays on his guitar,
and
it's made for him to sit there in the ring and shit on the crowd.
And other like baby faces can make fun of him, and he still doesn't lose anything from it because he's just like he can always play out that he's still the greatest, musician of all time. It's so easy to keep him
it's the way he was when he first got over. It was that he was a heel. He was shitting on every town he went to, and then because I guess in the back they see Vince says, "Oh, they're chanting along with when he says what does WWE stand for?" And everybody's saying walk with Elias. I guess they just decided to make the flip. But this, it's one of the least interesting storylines that they have going into WrestleMania.
This and the Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, just two matches that are just forced.
Yeah, they didn't need to happen. They could have done like a smaller battle royal maybe and had these guys in there if they wanted to do the show.
Like have Gronk in it, Jesus, or anything.
But they went back and forth trading some counters. And then Elias.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either.
No, it's not good. So
Corbin tries to pin Elias and get the feet on the ropes. The referee sees it, stops him, and then as soon as he's complaining to the ref, he rolls Corbin up, and then Elias holds the tights, kind of like a payback thing for you trying to cheat, I cheat. He holds the tights and he gets the win, and Elias gets the win here. So it was what it was, nothing special.
Simple match. Simple.
But it was there. Now the next match, I was surprised that it was so low.
Yeah, weird placement. Yeah. Very weird.
I know why it wasn't the main event now after seeing what the main event was.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. It was Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler, right? That was the match that happened. It happened soon.
We were all excited for because like the buildup was so good.
Yeah.
It was so well done, and like they made Baszler look like a crazy psycho monsters. But it felt kind of flat for me. I didn't love the match.
I think it's more because of there not being a crowd.
I think so too.
I think that's what hurts a lot of these matches. That's why I think the main event was so smartly done. But yeah, so it's Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler. Becky Lynch shows up in her, 18-wheeler truck.
Yeah, that's her new gimmick.
That's her new thing. She showed up for this, like the third time she showed up there with that. She showed up, came out. Her and Baszler started. It was a good physical match. They did a lot of stuff. There's a couple awkward spots between them.
It started off good with the kicking. It was showing like Shayna.
Yeah, they did some stiff stuff to some stunk stuff to each other.
Yeah, it was good. Like swinging her into the damn announce table was good.
Yeah.
The thing was, they were going into a bunch of submissions, and they were kind of like it was kind of wonky the way they were doing it.
So it was awkward spots. It was like awkward
it was
stuff
awkward
when they were transitioning from spots. Yeah.
And when you're putting someone in a submission, you need the crowd to get excited and like it to mean something more. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're gonna tap," stuff like that, and it just wasn't that without the crowd. So a submission doesn't feel as impactful.
But if you take all that out, I do think it was a good match. I thought it was a good match. I thought they worked it well. It was physical. The back and forth stuff, it can be kind of awkward. And you're right, submissions feed off the crowd because you're kind of like feeding off them, thinking, are you going to tap or they're chanting for you to get out of it and stuff like that. It does hurt. But so Shayna Baszler gets a submission on Becky Lynch. She kind of pulls like a Bret Hart, reverses it, and gets the leverage. Classic Bret, right? Gets the leverage and gets the pin while in the submission, and she retains the title, which I thought was it was a surprise to me.
No, it was a bit of a surprise. I mean, I was hoping for it. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, where I was, I really thought that you got to just keep the belt on Becky because she's just so good.
Yeah,
and Shayna's just not there yet, and you could tell with the in-ring work, she's still a little bit green when it comes to something like the transitions. Her timing's a bit off at times. It's just, and her promos aren't strong. And Vince already gave her shit. There was a bunch of like a rumor that he didn't like a match on Raw. So it just made more sense to keep it on like the hottest wrestler in the company. I mean, let's be honest. She is. She's the man.
But I kind of, I thought it was good though. Overall, it was a good match. A lot of good, a couple good spots here and there. Going out the ring was good. But yeah, I don't know. Like now, so she holds the claim that she beat both Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler in back-to-back WrestleMania. Yeah. So now what? Do they do a triple threat? I don't know if Ronda comes back. I don't know if they're going to tease that or something like that.
There was a rumor this week that Ronda could be coming back soon. So there's that where Ronda can get her comeback. Maybe going into SummerSlam, closer to SummerSlam, maybe they'll transition Becky into some weird little feuds here and there until.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they go to SummerSlam, maybe they do like a tag match between Ronda and Shayna versus Charlotte and Becky or something.
Or you just do Ronda and Becky just one-on-one, call it a day. Maybe.
But I don't see Shayna going away after this.
No. She's not going to go away, but I just think
there's not another like contender on Raw. I think right now that can jump in and take that spot.
But again, there's always like that roster flip after Russ. But we'll see. This is a different time in the world right now, so we'll see what happens. But the match was good. I just expected more. I guess it was my own thing. I was just more excited for the match than most of the matches on the card. It just didn't deliver the way I thought it was good.
I think it's also because of the placement on the card and the fact that it has no fans. It just I think that's what hurt it the most because again they're going for submissions and stuff like that. You have two submissions women. You have Becky Lynch with the disarmer and then Shayna with that sleeper that she uses.
Yeah.
So it's tough. Yeah. If you're going to work that kind of match with no crowd, a lot of submissions, it hurts it just a bit.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a solid match, good match. So far we have good match, not so good match, and now another good match with Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. And next thing on the show was Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn, which to me, I don't know. I feel like these guys could have had a really good match together, right? But there's so much stuff involved here, so many moving pieces, right? So, obviously, Sami comes out with Cesaro, Nakamura. Bryan comes out with Gulak. So, they have all those pieces to play with on the outside.
Yeah,
now,
all the toys.
I know you like the beginning part where Sami's kind of dodging, jumping out
of
the ring.
Yeah, where like a dodger, like he keeps doing the whole powdering, and it was a fun way to without a crowd to play off of something different. Sami is a really good chicken shit heel. He does a really good job of it. He's such a little bitch. You're just like, come on, we're getting the fucking ring. And there's a point where it's like, here, I'm giving you the middle of the ring where it's pointing out.
I think the fact that you could hear everything helped the match.
Right? Well, that was part of
there's a lot of character work done there, like a lot of heel work and stuff like that.
And it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. And then Gulak takes out Cesaro and Shin.
And then at that point, Daniel Bryan finally gets his hands on Sami Zayn, and he begins to beat the living shit out of Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He was tagging him. And
Daniel Bryan he's starting to become a top 10 all-time wrestler just in the ring. The way he lays his shit in, it looks so real. The way he takes bumps looks like he just it kills him every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because he has the whole neck concussion, prior issues, but everything looks like it's like a fatal blow.
Yeah. No, but see, he did a really good job of whipping his ass. But I was kind of hoping, he would make a little bit of a comeback and have a longer, better match because it felt like he didn't get a lot of shit in Sami Zayn, right? So,
but he's a chicken shit heel, so you really shouldn't be able to.
Gulak takes out Cesaro and Nakamura. They make the comeback afterwards and help Sami Zayn steal the win, basically.
With the Helluva kick from the top rope.
Yeah. Helluva kick out of nowhere, takes him down. So, I'm not really sure about it. I know some people are gonna like it because of if you're looking at character work, it's good because you get to see the chicken shit heel that Sami Zayn really is. But in terms of as a kind of a wrestling enthusiast, you kind of wanted them to have a barn burner.
Yeah, and
so it depends on how you take it. Yeah, it depends on how you take it.
Yeah, and those two guys can have a barn burner match anywhere in the world.
Yeah, this was more I guess a lot more Gaga involved, and it was a lot more character heel work and stuff like that. So in that aspect, I would give it a really good grade. I would give it a good grade of a match. But what I was expecting was to see a barn burner.
Was more back and forth, and we're at a point where Sammy's just going to be a chicken shit heel and not really show his skills that we know he has, which is fine because that's the character he's playing. There's no point of him going out there and going toe to toe with Daniel Bryan because of the fact that he's playing such a chicken shit heel and he needs his boys to help him every time to win. Yeah. So that's where we're going at. It was okay. It was what it was.
Yeah,
just was what it was.
I guess me and you were both hoping for like I said, a barn burner.
Yeah, and I wanted
something more character based.
Yeah, I wanted Gulak versus Daniel Bryan. That was what I wanted. So
that was that. Not a bad match. But it was very good. It was more character based than anything else.
Yeah.
So the next match was okay. So we dropped the SmackDown takeaway video earlier this morning, and we talked about the fact that we were hearing rumors that Miz was sick and he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania, even though they did the whole SmackDown thing where they had all, three tag teams there at the same time brawling. So their excuse was that Miz got hurt
in the brawl.
So it wasn't medically cleared. So my suggestion in that video was that they should do a triple threat with, one member of each tag team representing each team. That's exactly what they did.
And you called it, and you guessed it right.
They announced
you my man are a prophet.
They announced it like an hour after we dropped the video on the bump that YouTube really did. So it was Kofi Kingston representing the New Day, Jimmy Uso representing the Usos, and John Morrison representing Miz and Morrison.
And these guys killed it.
They killed it.
That was a hell of a lot of match.
I was saying, the no crowd helps because you get to hear those crash and burn
everything
moments.
sounds impactful. Man.
Everything sounds more
so
impactful.
Good. Like it just like the pain that these guys go through when they hit those ladders like that. I mean, they're probably gimmicks, but shit.
I can't. Sometimes you forget how athletic John Morrison is and the shit that he does.
Yeah. No, I mean,
when he tightrope, remember he tightrope the rope, got to Kofi on the other side of the other turnbuckle and the Spanish fly on him.
I mean, hardcore, man. That guy was a legend. He's still good.
Yeah. Now there's some really awesome spots like when Jimmy Uso was in the ring on top of the ladder, he gets pushed off the ladder by Morrison onto the floor.
Yeah.
A straight bump from inside of the ring onto the floor.
But I didn't like the camera work because you missed him fall. Yeah, which kind of sucked. There was a good one where was it Kofi on the ladder?
Wait, before that, maybe now the problem is remember it's pre-taped, so they could have had a crash pad there. He falls on the crash pad with the angle, and then you just shoot it like if you didn't. That could have been that too.
It could have been that, but like that kind of sucked.
That's a hell of a bump for him to take.
Yeah, it wasn't something like that. That was a Mick Foley type bump. Yeah.
Yeah, he takes it right there.
There was the ladder was pinched between like in the turnbuckle area.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Kofi on it, and then John Morrison does that little 450 splash thing that he does. Which was awesome.
Yeah.
There was a good back and forth between him and Jimmy, where he jumped off a ladder that was kind of just positioned across from the standing ladder to the rope, and he jumped on it and then super kicked right out his head taken off. It had everything you wanted. Those guys killed it in a ladder match, completely killed it. And the ending, they did something completely different that you've never seen in a ladder match.
Yeah, I want to talk about seen that. That ending was super creative. All right, so the good thing about these belts now is that they're Velcro, so you can easily just tear them apart, tear them off. So in WWE, they used to just have a ring with the belts right there. Now they have this whole like WWE branded gold brass thing.
Got to brand everything, man.
Right. So you could get the belt either one of two ways. Either you rip the belts off that gold thing, or you take the gold thing off the hook. Take the whole thing together, right? A whole gold belt. Now all three guys are up there with ladders standing next to each other. So there's three guys up there. They're all grabbing. They all have a hold of it, right? I think Jimmy's the one that unhooks the whole gold thing. And then all three of them are holding the gold thing. So the announcer's like, oh, they got the belts off.
Yeah.
No, they got the holder, and all three of them, so you can't judge a winner. They knock, so they still have the now this bump always to me looks like it's like super dangerous.
Like end of your career,
so they have the ladder standing and then a ladder bridge between the middle of the ladder on the rope. So it's kind of a bridge right there. They knock Morrison off, and when he's coming off, he snaps both Velcro pieces off and then takes that bad bump. Boom, bounces up off the
I think the point was for him to fall and hold the both belts, but they kind of just
bump itself,
just like took him
because he had to grab them. Had to grab one later on.
He was done.
And then you were kind of like, oh, did he win? I guess he won, right?
I guess he won. I guess that counts because
I think it's just like the bump itself. It's just a tough bump. It looks like so tough because of the fact that it's just. That thing, it's gonna move.
It bounced off like the rope moves and like
it looks like a son of a bitch of a bump. But
those guys killed it. Not having the Miz there and cutting the match like just into a triple threat kind of sucks for the other guys that weren't allowed to.
But I think it's better. I think it would have been. I think it may have created a better match because it's less moving parts.
Yeah,
less
of course.
Guys outside on the ring, outside on the floor, like resting and waiting for the next spot to move in.
But I feel bad for Big E and Jay and
of course.
Like that sucks because like they could have put up and having Big E in there probably doing some big
power moves.
But no, those guys killed it. Clap it up to them for that. One of the best ladder matches I've seen. I mean, that was really
that was an awesome match. A lot of cool creative spots. I forget how athletic and crazy John Morrison is.
Hardcore.
How he's able to his body control and it's insane.
Is a
really
physical freak, man.
All right, so before we get to the next match, let's go over it. We had the tag team match in the beginning was good. The Elias one was You had Becky and Shayna, which was good. You had Sami Zayn and
which was
I mean, I'm gonna say it was good. I think it was a good match.
Right.
I think it was a good match for what it was.
It was fine.
For the way they worked it, it makes
it's
sensible. For the character that Sami Zayn tried to put across, makes sense. So, but we were hoping for a different type of match, but we got that match, which it wasn't bad. It was fine. Then the ladder match was an awesome match. Next thing on the show was Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Now,
I loved it.
I really did like it as well. Now, I thought it was going to be terrible because of the fact when they're fighting, they're having their match. It's a brawl that they're having. They go to the outside, and then Seth Rollins decides to hit Kevin Owens over the head with the ring bell.
Yeah, I was like, this can't be it.
Now, they called disqualification. I'm like, for real? What the fuck? It's going to end like this?
Yeah.
And then Kevin Owens, even though he got hit in the face with the ring bell, he gets up pretty quick and is able to gather his thoughts and say, I want a disqualification match, which I guess he's allowed to do. Not everybody's a GM, right?
Everyone is their own GM. And the referee's like, okay, ring the bell. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the match restarts. They start brawling again. He starts hitting Seth Rollins starts hitting Kevin Owens with chair shots. And then Owens, ends up hitting Rollins in the face with the bell twice.
Yeah.
Then after he hits him the second time, he's draped over the announce table, and here comes Kevin Owens putting that big ass WrestleMania sign behind the announcer table.
Well, first you have to run it where it's like all of a sudden they show him running around like
he ran like
going?
Where's he going?
Like, I thought he was gonna go weapon or something. I know he
got up there extremely fast. I know it's a cut. They probably cut.
Yeah.
They showed it when he was but he got on top of the sign and it didn't look that high until you saw him leap.
Yeah, it was high.
It was high. Now
that'd be like 15, 20 feet.
Right through the table, that was crazy.
Killed him. Like that was they killed. That was an awesome match. I popped. I was like, holy shit! Yeah. Bang! They sounded loud, sounded hard, and then it was great because you heard Seth selling. It's like,
the air was just taken out of him completely.
Like that was you've never heard that because there's always a crowd. Like you don't hear what they say and stuff.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I think they should just made a DQ match from the start. I think the restarting of the match kind of hurts it a little bit.
I mean,
it's just like because you're like, fuck, what the fuck? Like what? That's the other end that you're thinking that
it was like a smodge finish. Or
and they kind of just do like a little bit of a swerve to it. Like,
but I mean, they played it because what did Seth say? Like at WrestleMania, I become a god.
God, yeah. And he's like, I thought you were a god. Let's do
you're more like a little bitch, and then
exactly.
A lot of bitch and prick in this show. A lot of all day, bitch ass all day.
Yeah. So there was a lot of that going on, but it was a very good match so far. I mean, WrestleMania's it's being empty arena and it's weird. But it's been quality matches.
Yeah, and you have to give it to Vince and the whole crew there. Like, I mean, we talked about this morning. We're just like not excited at all about it. Yeah. And now
it was a pleasant. And then I think the 2 night, I was like, there was rumors because I know Wrestle Kingdom did 2 nights, two nights this past Wrestle Kingdom, right? It was 2 nights or a 2-night event. They were talking about maybe making WrestleMania a 2-night thing. And I thought it was a bad idea, but it's actually easier to get through because
it's more enjoyable.
Is like 3 hours.
Yeah, way more enjoyable.
So 7 to 10. I assume tomorrow will be 7 to 10. It's way more enjoyable, and you're able to watch the whole event without feeling like completely exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted. Because I mean, there's times where you're at so like with the pre-show. If you watch the pre-show, you're there 6 hours. It's like 11 o'clock. You're like, I'm kind of on a Sunday. You probably got to work the next day. It's just like. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
This might
be more difficult for like the live audience.
Yeah, because they come back and
but it might
unless you sell two sets of tickets, maybe like
that's how you would do it. You'd buy 2-night tickets.
Yeah,
you would be able to package with 2 nights or just one of the other.
Night, yeah.
But it might be difficult for some, but for some others it might be like I don't have to sit there that long, so it's easier for me to go both nights. You sit there for 3 hours each night or 4 hours each night.
It's just because we've been to WrestleManias where like I went to last year's like I was exhausted like it was like a full day of work basically.
Yeah,
we're done.
So but back to this match, It was well done. We liked it. We enjoyed it. And KO gets the win. Yeah. After he does the crazy elbow drop through the table, he brings Rollins in the ring, pins him.
Gives him a stunner.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, gives him a stunner, and then 1, 2, 3. Yep. So good on Rollins. That feud seems to be over. I was thinking we may get like a interference by like a returning Samoa Joe and turning
or something like that. Yeah.
But let's see where they go after this. But an awesome match, another good match quality.
I think that was like the best in-ring match of the night. I think I enjoyed that from all the matches. I think that was Yeah, I mean, the ladder match is amazing, but just like sometimes you just want to see two guys just beat the shit out of each other, and they did a great job of that.
Yeah. For me, it was probably the ladder match, but yeah, this was probably like second place.
Yeah, this was. I mean, I love the gimmick matches, but this is more my style.
Now we've had a string of good matches. Now we're gonna run into the thrown together Goldberg versus Braun.
You know this wasn't gonna be good just because Goldberg was in it.
Now there was only 2 moves done pretty much the entire match. Well, 3 if you include a kick to the gut.
Yeah, it was 4 spears. Again, the quick.
So let's preface. Okay, so obviously Reigns is the one backing out of the match for health reasons, which is understandable.
It's all right, Roman. It's all right, Roman.
Yeah, it's all right. So Braun is just thrown into this match, and the match starts. Goldberg kicks him in the stomach. Then he charges him in the corner. Braun moves. Then he gets speared 4 times. He gets speared 4 times.
He gets up every goddamn time.
He gets up every time. He's gonna go for the jackhammer, which we all knew he wasn't gonna get him up anyways. He could barely get the Fiend up, right? Which is, they're heavy guys, so I don't nothing against him. He's not. He's not 35 years, 30-something years old anymore.
It's not 1998.
Yeah.
Jack prime Goldberg.
He's gonna go for the jackhammer. Braun Strowman reverses it, power slams him. Then he power slams him 2 more times, and then the 4th time does a running power slam, and Braun Strowman is your new Universal Champion. I mean, we were super surprised by this because we thought they weren't going to give it to him because he's just thrown in there, so it makes no sense, right? But also, if you would have given him the title, he has so many chances already that this doesn't mean anything at this point, right? To fans, to him, obviously means a lot, but to us, we're looking at him like, he's not a viable champion because he's had so many shots.
Yeah, and it's just so properly put together. It's just all this was put together last week. But you know what? I'm excited for Braun to be the guy.
Now, right now. I think it's fun. And now it all goes on what they do after this, right? So I wouldn't go.
Well, it has to be him versus Roman. Obviously.
Yeah, but at this point, it's like, are you just gonna? Like, whenever you get a shot to do it, you're going to do it and have Roman win? Or do you have right now, if you gave him the title, right? If you threw him in this match, you're going to give him the title. And
you got to give him a run.
You got to give him a run. He's got to look strong.
I'm not saying 6 months run, but, I mean, you should take us into the summer and just make him a monster champion.
I always have him start dominating everybody he faces,
Yeah, because the thing is, like there hasn't been guys like a good champion that's a baby face is a guy that works from underneath. Basically, every match, he's kind of like the underdog, it kind of feels like. Not that he is. He's a champion. But, like, he has to be viable that he's getting his ass kicked and then makes the comeback. And that's why you would get excited. With Braun, you can take it a different way where he just dominates everyone, blows everybody at them, becomes this monster champion no one can beat. And then you get a guy, whether it's Roman or somebody else, that comes in and then beats him and makes him – that elevates him even higher. Because he beat the unbeatable monster champion that is Braun.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a Lesnar thing. Lesnar beat –
Lesnar style, yeah.
Lesnar beat – not even that crazy, but Lesnar beat the streak. Then,
Lesnar
beats the streak, dominates Cena, and then goes on a run where every year he seems to be champion at WrestleMania and still dominate.
And you could do that with Braun easily, and you could take it to a SummerSlam, and then whether it's Roman or somebody else, I'm not sure who else on SmackDown can who you would throw in a championship. Maybe the Fiend again. I don't know, but
it all depends. But
or John Cena comes back or something.
It's pretty much. But at this point, Strowman's champion 2 years later than he should have been, probably, or 3 years later than he should have been.
I don't know about that because I'm not sure if he was ready to be champion 2 years ago. Like, yeah, he was awesome. He was really over, but.
Well, I mean, I understand.
He's still pretty new to the business. To be
I understand that. Like, he may not have been ready, but in terms of fanfare and people and steam, he had, of course, the steam that he had 3 years ago was much more than he had it now. He just came off a loss at Elimination Chamber. He hadn't seen him since.
Yep.
Pretty much, and he just I'm a champion.
And this was all put together and stuff.
Put together. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, they couldn't justify having Goldberg as champion for the next
after this event, because we all knew Roman was supposed to win.
Like, this was all just rushed at the end there where have Goldberg face the Fiend and beat him. The plan always should have been Fiend and Roman at WrestleMania. That should have been the plan.
Well, let's see what happens with the Funhouse match tomorrow night. If it could surprise you now, because I bring that up because fuck this whole Universal title thing. It's put together. It is what it is. Strowman is your champion. Happy for Braun. Hopefully he gets on a run. But what I want to get to, because of the Funhouse match tomorrow, seems like it's going to be in a separate location, something different, right?
Tarantino movie style.
This leads directly into the main event, which, I laid down for most of the night on my bed watching it. When this match came on, AJ Styles, Undertaker in a Boneyard match. We had no idea what a Boneyard match was. They gave us no idea what it was. We found out it's in a different location.
Thank God they let us know.
Cuts to a makeshift. You all knew that it was prop tombstones.
Yeah.
They weren't real, but it was a prop cemetery with a hearse coming in. When I saw the hearse come in, I was like, this is gonna be corny.
I was like, what's this? Yeah, I was like, they Paul Bearer from the grave. What the fuck is that?
So the hearse parks. Two not minions.
I mean, I would say it was Gallows and Anderson, but yeah.
I thought they were. I thought they were going to take off their hoods.
Yeah.
But so the minions come out. They open the back of the hearse. They pull out the casket. I'm thinking Taker's going to be in there. No, it's AJ.
AJ, baby.
As soon as I saw AJ get out there, I stood up and I sat up on my bed to watch the rest of the match, and I was enthralled the rest of the match.
Oh, it was so good.
AJ comes out and his music plays, right? His music's playing. It's funny. It's hilarious because they're in a cemetery and his music's playing. And this is AJ Styles next to him, right?
Yeah,
like
smoke AJ.
Yeah. And then he's calling out Undertaker, and then you hear a motorcycle in the distance.
Oh, there he is. You hear that? It's like
he's driving down the road.
This guy's just badass American.
In a new song, he has a new theme song.
Yeah,
I guess, right?
Yeah.
New theme song. It looks he looks like a cross between American Badass, but he has some Undertaker, regular Undertaker.
Actually, this is the way the Undertaker, the Dead Man Inc. style, more than anything else. Like we need to do the whole Dead Man Inc. style. That's where he was doing.
He's driving on a sick motorcycle, drives in. He comes out, has his theme song playing.
Yeah, but the way he was coming in, like the way that was shot, like it was we were watching a movie.
Yeah.
We were like the smoke, and then.
The camera work through this whole thing.
Yeah, it was a Tarantino flick we were watching.
They brought in WWE studio guys to do all that stuff.
It was awesome. Even all the background music, it kept changing. Like you had a mood. You were watching a movie. They had the background music going.
There's no commentary, so it helps it, right? The fact that there's no commentary, it makes it even better. So the match starts basically. So Undertaker shows up. He gets off his bike. You see the new look for the Undertaker. He comes out, and it's just a lot of trash talk between the two. Well, obviously from AJ saying, "Oh, come on, old man, does Michelle know you're out this late?" and stuff like that. Yeah. And basically, Undertaker's coming out like a badass, like, "Come on, boy, let's get it, like let's fight,
kick your ass, man."
Now it's all brawling. Obviously, there's no wrestling.
There's no. Other than there was a couple, and a chokeslam from like the freaking top of this building, or
so they start brawling. They go up to the hearse. They start brawling by the hearse. Undertaker grabs like some little metal pipe on the ground,
and they make sure you see like he's grabbing a metal pipe. What is that?
They focus in on, they pan in on the metal pipe. He picks it up. He's gonna hit AJ in the face, but AJ moves and he breaks the windshield and ends up cutting himself. I'm assuming it was a fake cut, probably.
Yeah, but like that was straight Goldberg style from WWE. It was like,
but he didn't cut an artery though.
Yeah.
All right, so that happens. He says, "Oh, you son of a bitch, you made me cut myself," and then he tosses AJ on top of the front windshield, cracks the windshield,
destroys him.
They brawl on top of the hearse. After he brawls on top of the hearse, he takes AJ down. AJ reverses. They start brawling again. AJ looks like he's about to knock Undertaker into the grave because now they have to. There's a grave there, an open grave, and they have to.
That AJ.
It became a buried alive match.
Yeah.
Basically, right? So.
Well, you're a match, of course.
Yeah, AJ dug that up for him. AJ looks like he's about to throw him in. Undertaker reverses, throws AJ in.
Yep.
And then it looks like he's about to bury AJ, and you hear Gallows and Anderson come out. And they said,
"Boys come out."
Yeah, it's far from over. And then he walks up to Gallows and Anderson to fight them. All of a sudden, a bright light comes out of the shed that's there.
Yeah.
They knock the doors down, and a bunch of minions come out and surround the Undertaker. This shit was crazy. When I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit!"
What's going on over here? And then like these minions are like, "Oh, they're gonna kick his ass." And then all of a sudden, he's like, "All right, well, let's do this."
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's do it now. And he just whips everybody's ass. All of them. And then
one punch each guy. It's like knockout.
And then Gallows and Anderson come and they start beating him down. And they're gonna get the upper hand on Undertaker. Hit him with the shovel. Undertaker reverses, hits both guys with shovels. And here comes AJ with a tombstone over the back of Undertaker, like an actual tombstone, breaks it over his back. And then
gimmick tombstone.
Gimmick tombstone. Yeah,
not actual guy.
So they continue to brawl, and then he spears Undertaker through like a fence. A wooden fence that's there, and Undertaker's like breathing like he can't breathe, like he got his ass beat. And then, AJ supposedly broke his finger. He's like, "God damn it, you made me break my finger." And he pops back to flames, right? It's all awesome little detail stuff that they added. It was just
fun. You never seen it before. We have.
This is one of the most entertaining things I've seen, and I was so surprised that they pulled this off and that they actually did it. Yeah. Now, if it was the regular WrestleMania as planned, Raymond James Stadium, all those people, it would have been a regular match.
Which part of me while watching this was like the part where they were fighting on the hearse, I was like, man, these guys, like AJ Styles is Shawn Michaels. And I know this isn't Taker from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, but those two guys deserve to be in a ring doing what they do best.
They do, yeah, they do. But since circumstances
they killed it.
They could always go back after this too to have an actual match in the
SummerSlam match or something like that.
Yeah. So he breaks him. He breaks him through the fence. Undertaker flips AJ Styles off at one point because and then he ends up throwing Undertaker in the grave. Now, both times they were in the grave, they showed the overhead shot of them just like laying down,
and they all land so perfect. Like,
they all land
right in the middle.
Yeah. Well, both guys were in the grave at this point. Here comes AJ, has Taker in the grave, gets on the bulldozer truck with all the dirt in it to flip it over. He turns it on, And then this is when the shit gets even more crazy. So you think he's going to cover Undertaker, and think the match is over. Boom, a bright light shows up behind them. And then I don't know where Undertaker's standing behind AJ.
Yeah,
he got out of the grave.
His hair's tied up again. Everything is like
he looks fresh. He looks like a totally different person, right?
Yeah.
Like he just started the match. He shows up behind AJ. AJ's like, holy shit, how the hell did you do that? Here comes, and then this guy, he goes full beast mode and no cell mode and starts whooping AJ's ass. AJ starts backpedaling, climbs up this random ladder.
Finds the ladder randomly,
yeah, on top of the roof of that shed. He's pretty high up. And they start brawling up there. Here comes
but first there's a part where like he's back up. I was like, how'd you do that? What do you? And then he's just like, boom, the Taker. The flames come up like Kane style.
Yeah, so he's backing up, right? He says, how'd you do that? And then Undertaker goes like that, and the flames behind on top of the shed go off. Here comes Gallows and Anderson, and he beats the shit out of Gallows and Anderson, and I think he killed Gallows.
Yeah,
he threw him off the roof.
Murdered
and then killed him.
I mean, a lot of murders happened during this thing. It was like a Tarantino murder.
He tombstones Carl Anderson, and then he choke slams AJ Styles off the roof of the shed
into like some wooden.
Yeah, some wooden thing on the bottom. Yeah. I'm assuming there's a crash pad underneath. But
but like if he like okay, so then he starts dragging him. Taker starts dragging him to the grave. And then you see AJ's back; it's all bruised up. So that fall sucked for sure.
Yeah. So he has AJ, and he's basically like he gives AJ a hug. He's like, "Come on, man, I got you, man. Don't worry. I'm not gonna throw you in the grave. You know,
I'm sorry.
You're tougher. You're tougher than I thought you were, and all that stuff like that."
Took an ass beating.
And then he walks away, turns his back, then turns around and big boots AJ into the grave. And then turns on the tractor, covers AJ, and then we get the shot of AJ's hand, the glove sticking out of the dirt.
Just like
that. And then he reveals that the tombstone on top of the grave was the one in the promo from Monday Night Raw that said AJ Styles,
Alan Jones Styles,
2020, and he killed him. And then he gets on the motorcycle, drives it, stops, raises the fist up. And the flames show up, and his logo shows up on the shed.
It was
drives out.
So fun.
Oh
so
my god, it was so entertaining, dude. That shit was so entertaining. I watched it, and after I finished, I told my wife to come and watch it, and she watched it with me. She was entertained by it. It was awesome.
So good. It was such a good time.
What I'm seeing on Twitter is everybody's loving it.
Yeah, everyone loves it. And then
it's so different.
Props to the OG of this, Matt Hardy. He would do on Twitter. It was like, I saw this cinematic stuff a few years ago, and it was like the future of wrestling. And I don't know if it's the future of wrestling.
It's not the future of wrestling, but when you do it with the right characters, with the right characters at the right time. Now, I remember it was the House of Horrors match.
House of Horrors match.
It was Randy and Bray. I didn't like the way they did that.
Yeah,
I didn't like the way it was worked. I just didn't like it. The ultimate deletion between Bray and Matt Hardy, I thought was well done, but Vince just doesn't get it. But this one, that's why I'm surprised he did this.
I mean, it just because there wasn't.
He might not have a choice, right?
And I mean, okay, so this was the first night. We have another night tomorrow, and there's a crazy
Funhouse match. Now, after seeing this, I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Funhouse.
Well, they got to take it to the next level or do something just as good or better. I mean, you have to, especially because you got Cena in there, who's an actor. I mean,
yeah.
It should be, but go back to this.
Look, if you're watching this and you didn't see that match, go back and just watch that. If you watch one match, watch the main event, Undertaker and AJ in the Boneyard match. It's the most entertaining shit you will see. I'm so excited that they did it. I'm so happy that they did it.
And at first I was like, oh man, this is gonna be embarrassing.
No, as soon as AJ got out of that casket, I was like, oh shit's on. I got up. I was like, this shit's gonna be crazy. And then everything, it just took it from one level and it kept going higher and kept going higher.
It was so good. It was
so good, guys. Trust me, watch that. First night was a success.
I like, again, my freaking, like, I thought it was gonna be a shitty show. Like, I had no anticipation that this was going to be any type of entertainment show, just because going from the Raws and the SmackDowns we were watching, but they made it one of the better experiences I've had, watching the show.
With the situation that we're all in, this was awesome. They made chicken salad out of chicken shit, basically, with majority of the show, especially the main event. Main event was like you said, Quentin Tarantino style film right there.
Dude, as soon as it was coming in like with the motorcycle, I was like, oh, look at this one.
Picture Society of America, please nominate this for best picture or best
fight scene, best short,
best original screenplay, best adapted, whatever you want to call it for the best short.
It was so good.
Anything.
This guy won an Emmy or Golden Globe or something at least. Goddamn,
you have to.
People's Choice Awards.
This thing was so awesome. But guys, that's day one. We'll come back to you tomorrow night after day 2 to drop a video for that. Thanks again, guys, for watching. The shit that sucked, I'm gonna have to say the Braun Strowman Goldberg match, just because it was put together last minute.
And we wanted Braun to feel more important than
we wanted Braun's like first win to be a little bit more like important and
mean more. Just it doesn't mean a lot right now.
Instead of just one that he's been gone for like a month and just throw him in there and then.
But he has the brass ring now. Hopefully they give him the chance to just go and take it.
Hopefully he runs with it and hopefully they book him correctly.
Because we all love. Bruh!
Yeah, we're big fans of Braun, so hopefully it all works out for him and congratulations on him. But the match itself was the shit that sucked.
Great job.
Yeah. Thanks again for watching the video. Good. Follow me, social media, Twitter, Instagram, links in the description below. And
all those things.
Out on the bottom of the screen as well. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Remember, if it doesn't work for you, brother, do not do the job.
Later, Marks.